session number 1 of striking. Few minutes tutorial and then about 30 minutes of a striking workout. What do you need? You need a heavy bag, you need boxing gloves, and maybe some hand wraps. Okay, so we're starting today with something basic. We're gonna start with straight punches, jab and cross. We're gonna do a whole workout based on the jab and cross. Something simple, but something to get us sweating. All right, so first, let's get to the basics. Okay, at first let's talk about our fighting stance. You can do fighting stance in many different ways, right? And it's mostly based on your fighting style and what do you like to throw more. Is it punches? Is it kicks? Is it more front leg? All right, so that's kind of what it's based. However, the way I teach it is as follows. First of all, the length of the stance about hip and a half distance. The width of the stance is about hip distance. This is gonna give me balance, is going to give me ability to move easy, left, right, forward and back, and also allows me to rotate my hips with support, especially when I'm gonna throw my backhand with the cross, okay? Next, the elbows and the hands, elbows close to your ribs, and then the hands to your jawline. I usually keep my hands loose, and then I tighten them when I start throwing my punches. And also, let's not forget about our feet because our base comes from the floor up, right? So the back foot is on the ball of the foot. Most of the time, 99% of the time, this foot is on the ball of the foot. It's gonna help me drive forward into it and also gonna allow me to rotate, pivot and rotate my hips into it. All right, the front foot is most of the time flat. This is gonna be my base, my support. However, sometimes if we use front techniques like hook punches, we're gonna use this to pivot, to rotate, where we're gonna transfer the weight and then turn that front foot. For a brief period of time, it's going to end up being on the ball, but then immediately we're gonna end up turning back to our regular stance. All right, so how to close your fists. Let's talk about that really quick. You're gonna take your palm, roll your 4 fingers inside the middle of your palm, and then take your thumb and then seal your fist going on the bottom of your fingers. However, with the boxing glove, the thumb is sitting more on the side, on the inside of your fist, so then it's gonna sit more like this. Okay, however, regardless what type of gloves you use, whether you use boxing gloves or MMA gloves or just wraps, always keep your wrist straight and aim with your 2 big knuckles to the target, okay? Whether you do straight punches or hook punches or body shots, straight knuckles to the target. All right, so let's talk about our jab and cross, our punches for today, okay? So jab is when you use your front hand from our fighting stance. So if I have left foot forward, left hand is going to be used for our jab. Starting from the ground up, your feet don't change at all. They're pressing into the floor, especially the back foot driving the ball of foot into the floor. All right, your knees, your front knee drives slightly forward to help support the movement. Your hips have slight rotation with the front hip driving forward as well. And then shoulders also big rotation supporting that punch. Arm extends, you find your target, punch about face level, nose or chin, okay? And then from there, return right back. Because we're starting in this kind of square position, we're gonna have a big range of movement for the jab and then come right back to your stance, right? If you want to change your stance where you're a little bit more bladed and then your jabs is more like a tapping motion, that's fine too. But if you wanna have power, then have more of a square position and then from there, rotate your full body into the jab. Our cross is our backhand punching. So if I'm left foot forward, all right, same stance, square, shoulders, everything in place, hands are ready to go. You're going to pivot your back foot, pivot the back foot, which provides the opportunity for your hip to rotate, right? And then finally the shoulders turn with your arm extending all the way out. Make sure that your front knee is not falling, coming back this way, does not extend. So from this stance, pivot, hip, shoulder, and then come all the way back, reset. All the way, and then back. Keep in mind that your hands, if they don't move, like in this case, my front hand doesn't move, the arm, the elbow, the fist should stay in the same position in my guard tight, okay? This shoulder can raise up a little bit to kind of cover my jaw on the side that my hand used to be. okay? And then back. Every time your arm retracts, retract it right back to its place. So jab, retract it right back, cross, retract it right back. All right, so now that our short tutorial is done, is completed, let's move on to our workout for today. Prepare for about 28 to 30 minutes worth of work. Not super intense today, we're building up. Today is our first day, but get ready to do some sweating. If you need to wrap your hands, get your boxing gloves ready, and let's get going. Okay, so now that we are ready to start this, we're gonna talk about our warm-up rounds. We have 10-second rounds of running, punching, and jumping jacks. So what we're gonna do is start run in place for 10 seconds, nice and loose. Then we're gonna have a 10-second break. Then we're gonna punch 10 seconds, left foot forward, non-stop, back and forward, left, right. Then we're gonna take a 10-second break. Then jumping jacks, then 10-second break. We're gonna do this 6 times, 6 rounds. Okay, so let's get ourselves ready for our warm-up. Ten seconds running, nice and light. We are just warming up. All right, 10 seconds break. Left foot forward next, punching. Ten seconds break, jumping jacks next. All right, back to running. Round number 2. All right, right foot forward next, 10 seconds punching. All right, back to jumping jacks. Moving on to round number 3. Hopefully you start feeling like you're warming up. Left foot forward, 10 seconds. Jumping jacks are next. Round number 4, back to running. All right, back to punching, right foot forward. Jumping jacks next. Good, 2 more rounds to go. Round number 5 next. Left foot forward next. Back to jumping jacks. One more round. Right foot forward. All right, jumping jacks, one more round. All right, good job. Our warm-up is done. So we're gonna move on now to a little bit longer rounds, and each round is gonna focus on just one technique. So 1 minute on, 30-second break. This first round, all we're doing is left foot forward, working our left jab. Jab, move a little bit, jab, move whenever you're ready, and just throw that jab with your left hand, left foot forward. Right, 1 minute, we're gonna keep working on that. So let's get yourself ready. All right, here we go, 1 minute. Good stance, hands up, just like we talked earlier. Drive your whole left side into the punch. All right, 30-second break. Right foot forward next. Throwing our right hand jab. Keep the other arm to you. Don't let it wind up. All right, 30-second break. We're gonna move on to cross next. Left foot forward, right hand punching back. Here we go, left foot forward and then cross. Bounce it right back off the target, back to your face. Thirty-second break, right foot forward, left hand punching next, and then we're completing these rounds. All right, 30-second break. We're getting ready for the next part. If you have to take a break, get some water, pause the video and come back. Next, we're gonna go to 3-minute rounds. 3 minutes, 30-second break, 3 times. During this round, we're gonna work between our jab and a cross. I will guide you for part of the round and then the rest is on your own. If you want to add more techniques, you're more than welcome to do that. I'm gonna stick with just jab and cross for today. Here we go, left foot forward the whole round. Ready, jab, cross, cross, jab, jab, cross, jab, jab, cross, cross, jab, jab, cross, jab, cross, 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 jab, cross, jab, jab, cross, jab, cross, jab, 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 cross, jab. All right, continue the rest of the round all on your own. Here we go, begin.
All right, 30-second break. Next round, right foot forward the whole time. I will guide you to the first part of our round and then all on your own. All right, so right hand is our jab now. Jab. Left hand cross, cross. Jab. Cross. 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 Jab cross. Jab cross. Jab. Jab. Cross. Jab, jab. Jab cross, jab cross. Jab. Jab. Cross. 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 Jab cross. Jab, jab cross. All right, on your own, continue the rest of the round. All right, last round. We're gonna be doing left and right, randomly switching. Don't forget, front hand, that's your jab. Starting with your left foot forward. All right, follow along. Here we go. Jab. Cross. Jab, jab, cross. Jab, cross, cross. Let's switch feet. Now, right hand is our jab. Jab. Cross. Cross. Cross, jab. Jab, jab. Switch feet. Now you got the point. Keep going on your own now. All right, that round seemed like it never was going to end. All right, so 30 seconds, moving on. Last rounds. These are gonna be the little bit more intense rounds, non-stop punching. First round, 10 seconds, jab, 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 left foot, left hand. Catch your breath, here we go. Ten-second break, switch feet, right hand, right foot forward. One more round each, left foot, left hand. Whew. Right foot forward, right hand. Whew. All right, keep your right foot forward now. Cross, left hand cross. Right foot forward, left hand. Switch feet, left foot forward, right cross. Switch feet, right foot forward, left cross. Whew. Left foot forward, right cross. All right, left foot forward, non-stop, left, right, 20 seconds long. Here we go. We're almost done. Right foot forward, 20 seconds. We have one more round each side, and then we are done. Here we go, left foot forward. Almost done. One last round. Right foot forward. That sound means that we are done for today. Thanks for joining in. I'll see you next time.